Hey everybody, this video is all about Q4 and returning to the building for the first time in 57 weeks. We're about to start school with live in-person instruction and I can't wait. So there's a couple really important reminders for families that are coming back to school. So let's jump right in. Okay, the first thing we're going to dive into is the Q4 schedules, which are only available online through StudentVUE at this time. So in years past, we've always printed and given out paper copies to students of their schedules on the first day. We are not going to print out paper copies this year simply because of health reasons. So you have to go on to StudentVUE, check your class schedule for Q4 if you haven't already done so. If you're on the computer, StudentVUE kind of looks like this, and I have the class schedule tab clicked. Make sure you have Q4 clicked over here, and your schedule will appear. This is a junior at Springfield High School with 3 classes. 9th and 10th graders, you're going to have 4 classes listed. Juniors and seniors, you may have 3 or 2 depending on your graduation status. Now look for the period numbers on the left, the course title, the room number. We actually have a room number to return to these days. And of course, your teacher here. If you are periods 1, 2, 3, and 4, you're actually going to be going to the school in the afternoon. You're a part of the PM or afternoon cohort. I know it's confusing. I know. But if these periods are 5, 6, 7, and 8, you're actually going to be in the morning cohort, which you'll be coming to the building in the morning. Basically, it's the same as it's been all year long with CDL or comprehensive distance learning. So another thing I'd like to say is if you are looking at your schedule and you think there may be an error in your schedule, then make sure you contact your counselor through email, or you can try to visit the counseling office during the first few days. The problem with visiting the counseling office is it's not as flexible as it used to be. We can't just have a bunch of kids down there trying to access their counselor. We can only have one at a time. So email is more efficient if you want to get in touch with your counselor about a possible error in your schedule. So let me give you an example of what errors will be. And if you reference the email that Miss Oliver sent out last week, she actually listed a couple of examples of errors in your schedule. So for example, you may be missing the second half of a year-long class. Like if you only took math once in Q1 or 2, but it's not in Q3 or 4, that's a mistake, that's an error. Same thing with English and in many cases science and other year-long classes. If you're in a course you've already taken and passed, that's a repeat, then that's most likely an error and we need to know. If you don't have enough classes, if you're a 9th or 10th grader with only 3 or 2, then we need to know about that quickly. And if you're a senior and you're missing a graduation requirement and you have to have it in the last quarter, please reach out to your counselor. Those are errors that we need to fix immediately. So please email us or come visit us in the counseling office. Okay, so the second thing I want to talk about is the bell schedule for Q4. I've had lots of questions because it can be confusing. Take a look at the bell schedule on our school website. It's kind of front and center, and it breaks up the bell schedule into the red cohort, also known as the morning cohort, and the blue cohort, also known as the afternoon cohort. Everything is right there. It hasn't changed at all since CDL or comprehensive distance learning has started. It's going to be the same as Q4. The biggest thing you guys need to know is the morning classes are actually periods 5, 6, 7, and 8. The afternoon classes are periods 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it's kind of flip-flopped from what you would think it is, but that's how it's actually been all year. You just probably haven't paid attention a whole lot. So if you do have periods 5, 6, 7, and 8, you're going to be coming at 8 a.m. would be your first class of the day if it's period 5 or 7, and at 9:20 if it's periods 6 or 8. And you're only on campus for at max 2 hours and a couple minutes for a break. So we don't want you guys to be on campus if you don't have a class. If you're a junior or a senior and you have an off-campus period, for example, you had period 5, but now you don't have period 6, you cannot just hang out in the building or in the courtyard like you used to during an off period. If you ride the bus and you're waiting for the bus to come, we're going to have designated areas for you to wait. So again, juniors and seniors, please be off campus if you actually have an off campus. And that goes for morning and afternoon cohort. But take a look at the bell schedule. Please look at it. If you have any questions, email your counselor. Okay, a couple of logistics for the first days that I want to remind parents and families about. If your student has class, the first class of the day in the main building, which is any room number from 100 all the way to 600s, you're going to enter on the 7th Street side through the main gate. If your first class of the day is not in the main building, but in room numbers 700s through 900s, or the main gym, or the weight room, or portables 2 through 4, P2, P3, P4, you're going to enter on the 10th Street side through the gym. Okay, if you're taking the bus and you're being dropped off by the bus, you're going to enter the campus through the cafeteria. Okay, it's really important that you check your schedule. There'll be people out there helping you on the first days. But again, if your first class of the day is in the main building, you're going to come through 7th Street. If it's not, if it's anywhere else on campus, you're going to come through 10th Street. On the first days, please bring your Chromebook, your charger. I would recommend a water bottle of some sort. Of course, you're going to bring at least 1, if not 2 masks. And those will be the main things you need for classes. And once you get into class and start talking to teachers, if you need anything else, like a textbook or any other materials, they will let you know. Also, finally, look at this welcome back video that SHS has shared with families. It really has a lot of detail about how the campus is going to flow. It's much different than it used to be. Some hallways are only one way now. You can't just go to the bathroom whenever you want. There's a capacity limit in the bathroom. So there's all these procedures that are explained pretty well in this new welcome back video. So take the time to go through this weekend if you can, or next week. And if you have any questions, again, please reach out to your counselors or, of course, your teachers. Okay, guys, that's it for now. I hope this was helpful. Welcome back. I'm so happy that you're coming back to school, and I can't wait to see you all there. I know you're nervous. You got this, and here we go.